And now, transition. There we go.
You here?
Yeah,
I
we're
see the
here.
transition. Oh man, that is beautiful. That is absolutely
It's
beautiful.
great. Oh, this is going to be such a good classroom. Oh, I hope you brought your notes because this is going to be great. And if you're wondering why there's only one slide so far, uh, it's because we're going to make the slideshow together as a team. It's going to be great. I swear. I swear.
Yeah, you're gonna help us with our job.
Just like teaching in real life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I always had to. I remember when my teacher made me had to have to grade other students' tests.
Yeah.
I failed a lot of kids. They probably didn't deserve it.
But I'm sure they did. I'm sure they deserved it. So today, as you can see from us, we're going to be talking about the Age of Gods. This is so. If you're wondering what the Age of Gods is, yes, I can excite. The Age of Gods in the Type Moon universe is a period of time that supposedly does not change from any of the timelines. That's why it's called the trunk of the tree. Yep.
The tree trunk.
It's the tree
Is
trunk.
that is this what your mysterious message yesterday was about?
Yes.
So we're not learning about trunks then.
No, we're not learning about trunks, but we are learning about time stuff, so it's not
Oh,
completely unrelated.
I see.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So, to start, we must start all the way at the beginning. All the way to the beginning. I hope you're all prepared for this. Welcome,
Yes.
Magic Work 23. Thank you for following. I hope you enjoy whatever this is. All right, so we're going to start with a new slide. So, in the beginning, there was nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Oh wow.
And then there was something. I don't have any water on me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I always rush to prepare this on
Hang on, I got you
Friday.
covered.
I rush to get prepared, and I don't grab water before the streams. I hope you'll all forgive me someday, Love Turtle. I hope you will forgive me.
Here's your water.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm so thirsty. Oh, thank you so much. But the water isn't part of anything.
Yeah.
But here we go.
Not yet anyway.
Yeah, not yet. So now we reach to slide number 4, where there was something. There was this weird phenomenon. I don't know if you've heard of it, called the Big Bang, and it just like spat out a bunch of things.
Yes. So we really are starting at the beginning, huh?
Yep, we're at the beginning, the very beginning, because we have to start at the beginning, because this is how the Age of Gods. The Age of God literally starts from the beginning to, well, we'll learn where it ends. Anyway. Yep, Big Bang.
Yes. It shot out a whole bunch of pop culture references.
Yes, it shot out so much stuff. Oh, Big Bang happened.
Mm-hmm.
So, it just spat out like a whole bunch, a lot of things. But for some reason, we're gonna focus on a little area of space where for some reason a couple of things ended up and a planet was being formed. I can't remember what the name of the planet is, but for some reason it's very important in the Type Moon universe, because that's where we spend all our time.
Hang on, I'm pulling it out of the thing. There you go.
Yes.
So this is the area of space that you were talking about.
Yes, this is the area of space. This is exactly the area of space I was talking about. This part of space. This is where we are. Anyway, so that planet isn't exactly created yet. It kind of it's just starting to form. And for some reason, it seems like two other space things happen at there. Uh, so there's like a supercomputer and some alien hang out around the Earth and create the moon, I guess.
I gotcha.
That big ball in the sky that I don't like very much. It's yelling at me. I swear, it's trying to tell me something, but I can't figure out what it is.
It's telling you to go outside more often.
Well, that can't be it. How would I maintain my pacey?
Yeah. So here's your alien supercomputer.
Yes, the alien supercomputer. Yeah. Oh, super alien computer in some sort of
It's like
and some sort of like alien person. You're telling me about the free trial for the hit MMORPG Final Fantasy 14? I know. Did you know that it has a free trial that lets you play up to level 60 for free?
it includes all the expansions.
Yeah, well, it excludes the first expansion. Don't ignore Azure. He's new.
I'm new to this whole what is it, simping thing?
Yes.
Is that what we call it now?
Yeah. So yeah, supercomputer becomes the moon. Another thing also hangs out the moon. Anyway, so now that it's been a couple 100,000 years or so. Anyway, the Earth. The Earth suddenly gets a consciousness and realizes it's a planet. It realizes it is indeed a planet.
Just like that.
Just like that. It realizes it's a planet. Holy shit. And it feels things, and it starts producing things called mana. It starts making magical energy and blah blah. And that's pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. Anyway, so besides creating mana, there are these weird things called like cosmic storms or something, and these things also have like thought and stuff like that, and that's kind of weird, but we're not gonna worry about that too much yet.
Uh-oh. Oh no, wait, that's a ad for you. I
Yes.
thought Nightbot had turned on us.
Yeah, no, and that's an ad for me. Yes, it's telling you to follow me on those. Follow me there. It's great. Anyway, let's get feelings. Anyway, the next slide is how there are these like forces of nature or something as they're described. And but they have kind of have emotions and stuff too. It's weird. And after, a couple thousand years of the Earth having thoughts and like storms having thoughts, eventually these things, these like little ape-like creatures suddenly pop up and they're there and they're like, huh. I don't know what they're called exactly. I think they're called humans. 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 And that is not an inaccurate picture because they do at one point start worshipping the forces of nature. And can you guess what the forces of nature are then called by these little monkey people?
What are they called?
I think they're called gods, but I'm not 100% sure. I have to go back to check the title. Yep, it's gods. Yep. Gods. Oh, I thought it was Steve. I know. I thought it was Steve for a second, too. But nope, they're gods. Boop. So next slide. So the gods are all like, I don't know, but I guess them having like belief in us give us more super duper coolo powers. So I guess we'll let it happen. So worship begins. Did you just put the wing?
You cut away.
Oh, okay. We're on the next slide now. So yeah,
anyway, worship, right?
Yeah, worship. We're worshiping and the gods are like, I guess we're gods now. Yeah, we're worshiping. And the worship gives the gods superpowers and ability to use things like magic abilities. And for some reason, the more that the humans believe they can do a certain thing, the more they can do it. Oh boy. Oh damn. Magic. Shit. Anyway. So, I guess we'll move on to the next slide. Yes, magic. Oof. So this is very important. Eventually, they're like.
No.
Yes, I don't know if that's that. They're not. I mean, I guess technically that kind of magic. I guess some of the gods have been getting it on with the humans, so they're not completely wrong. But eventually, this thing called civilization happens. Civilization. Basically, humans started to think and write and build walls, and apparently there was this some sort of city or something called like called like Uruk or something. I don't know how to pronounce it per se. I don't know. Old language is difficult. What do I know? I'm a demon. Anyway, so we're moving on to the next slide. And so civilization, yeah. So there were these like aliens who said the bad civilization.
Oh no.
Yeah, they were like, oh, civilization. Well, we can't have that. And a colossal, like a very huge, attractive woman shows up to destroy a civilization called like the Titan, the White Titan. I don't remember the exact name. This is not what we're here for. We're not here for his exact names. Don't worry about it. Step on me. Kinda. Anyway.
Be careful what you ask for.
Yeah. Oh.
Hang on.
Yeah, giant woman.
Yeah, hang on. I can't make her any bigger.
I know, this is completely inaccurate to her size.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Here, how about we do this? How about do it? Hang on. We can fix this. We can fix this. There you go.
Here we go. Okay.
That's size relative to the ziggurat.
Yes. There we go. Okay. So yeah, comes and attacks the planet to destroy civilization. But then King Arthur from the future says, "Not on my watch." And Excalibur's the fuck out of the Titan. And the moon so likes that. This is completely accurate history. Yep. Yes, I know. It is wild. I don't know. Maybe she had it in for the giant titan because in the future the giant titan would also become a saber class, probably. Anyway, next line, next line. I thought I was gonna sneeze there for a second. Luckily, I didn't. That would have been awkward. Is this when all the swords were boneless? This was when all the swords were super stupid fucking wrecked as thing. I kind of want to make it my goal to redeem a drink every time you're starting. Is that a bad goal? No, please go ahead. It'll remind me to try to get to try, to try and get water because I should probably have water when I'm doing these things.
You want water? You go back to page 3.
Yeah, it's right here. Go back to page 3.
This is what the swords looked like back then.
Yes, this is what the swords looked like.
They look pretty boned to me.
Yeah, they were very boned. This is an accurate representation of what the swords looked like back then. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so yeah, speaking of this sword, like it was like I don't know. Everybody lived a ridiculously long time in the past. It was weird. So half god daddy decided to have a baby with some other gods, and that baby god was Gilgamesh because for some reason the gods were like, hey, we're kind of losing worship power over here, and why suddenly mana is being drained out of the world is up to debate. I would say going back a page, I would say this event probably had something to do with the decline of the Age of Gods. But, who knows? Yes. So yeah. So they decided to make this asshole because the gods were like, we need like somebody who's like part human and part god to order to unite us. AKA in a way so that the gods still had power over the humans. Anyway, so Gilgamesh was born. I bet you didn't think this asshole would be important to the timeline, but fortunately he's very important to the timeline. So the next page, Gilgamesh is a butthole. They create this green hippie chick.
Here he is being a butthole, whipping people.
Hippie chick dude. I don't know, it's mud. Who cares what it is? Yeah, he's a butthole. That's my husband. How dare you? Look, he's my husband too, so I can call him out on being a butt. Butt. So they made this mud dude. They made this mud dude chick something. It's an it. Let's be clear. It's an it.
To be fair, they never did give us his pronouns.
Yes.
He never did give us the pronouns that they wanted to be identified as.
We are going to keep saying he though because that's what his thing is from, and it's hard to get out of your head.
Mm-hmm.
Because they did give him a gender in like extra, but then they took it back in the next one. Yeah. Yo, Alex, welcome to.
Hang on. This is a better picture of Enkidu.
Yeah, better picture.
Because that's who we're talking about, right?
Yeah, we're talking about Enkidu.
There he is.
There he is. But anyway, so, they go on adventures and whatnot. And then Ishtar is like, marry me. And then Gilgamesh is like, no. I'm kind of in a relationship right now with this guy right here. I totally didn't have a weird sex dream about him. Anyway. Next slide, please. So the guy, so Ishtar was like, oh yeah, well I'm gonna use the bowl of heaven and I'm gonna attack your city. and then they killed the bull of heaven. And then she was like, haha, now you have to do something to make up for killing the bull of heaven that I sent on you to destroy things. Gods are weird. Anyway. Mm-hmm.
They're kind of dicks.
Yeah, they're dicks. So the gods were like, well, those are kind of the rules. And Gilgamesh was like, no. And they're like, well, I guess the only way we can punish you is if we kill your friend. Wait, what? And so they kill Enkidu. And then Gilgamesh goes on this long-ass journey into the underworld and all this shit because you know... because, you know, depression and all that shit. He's totally not afraid of death. He will deny that. So yeah. He finds the herb of immortality, loses the herb of immortality to a snake. Not really. He gave it to the snake because he was like, fuck everything. I'm going back. Is this a school presentation? Yes. Have you not been here for the last TMI episodes? It is a classroom. You have missed so much class. There's like 3 weeks worth of class you have missed.
Oh god, Googling Ka was a mistake.
Ah! Okay, but anyway, next slide. So yeah, Gilgamesh goes back in the presentation, and basically the gods lost their chance at, you know, having control over the humans. So the humans just get smarter and smarter as time goes on. And but magic declines more and more as we get closer and closer. Suddenly gods are forced to yes. Suddenly the gods are forced to use like human bodies and stuff. And that gets hard because less people worship them as time goes on. And eventually we get to like closer and closer to the AD. And I think some so no, let me think. Oh, so as the humans are getting smarter, one of the moon beings, we're just gonna call him Type Moon for just interest sake, goes, you know what? I should create a species of ancestors. We would call them true ancestors or something to help guide humans on the right path, so to speak. So we're gonna go to the next slide, since I think you put enough pictures on that slide. So yeah, these things called true ancestors start to pop up, and eventually this one blonde chick that may seem familiar to some people is bornded at some point before AD. We believe we're not 100% sure when she was bornded, but she was bornded at one point.
Are we talking about a certain character who went on to become like the main heroine of a certain visual novel that's getting a re-release?
Yeah, we're talking about some spoony vampire.
Well, she wasn't a vampire yet.
True. She wasn't. Well, technically true ancestors aren't ever vampires. They just get classified like that because things happen. Type Moon is weird. Don't worry about it. So basically, yeah, that chick who looks the same in all the series. Huh. Interesting. Isn't it, guys? Isn't this interesting? So anyway, yeah. This chick is bornded. And then time goes on, and eventually we get to an interesting event called called The Birth of Christ. That's right. That's right. We get to baby Jesus is born. He is born. We don't know if we don't know what it was. He could have been a magus. He could have been an actual god. But according to our notes, baby Jesus is the last documented evidence of a god, so to speak, possessing a human. Maybe. Possibly. That is all we know. But with the baby Jesus being born, this marks the end of the age of gods, because like I said, there's no evidence of gods manifesting in the world from this point going forward. So, but yeah, baby Jesus does some stuff. Things happen, crucifixion, all that stuff. So now we're
fun times. I mean, not for Jesus, but
yeah. So now I'm going to mark off with the end of this presentation with where the timeline splits. So in the Type Moon universe, there is a very specific event that happens. Basically, it happens in the 3rd century, and Archewade is just, she's just there, minding her own business, hoppa-da-da, and then some jackass shows up, and he's like, hey, and Archewade disliked that. And that's where the timeline splits up, because either this event happens, or this event doesn't happen. And this is the difference between the Tsukihime timeline to the Fate timeline.
possibly what happened.
Possibly what happened.
It's like the butterfly effect.
Yep. But this is like what it. I'll explain this in a more complicated way that you probably won't understand it. So there are 2 forces that live in the earth. There's Gaia, the will of the earth, and then there's I think it's pronounced Alanya. I'm not sure. The will of mankind. So these 2 beings exist in flux with each other. Depending on if Archewade meets this asshole or not, it shifts the balance of which force is in power. Basically, if Archewade meets the dude, Gaia kind of gets that asshole again. Gaia kind of gets the reins. What happens in the Tsukihime timeline is actually you can't summon servants in that timeline, because basically the will of mankind is not in power. So I know I'm probably not Gaia I know I'm probably not making a lot of sense.
What was the other force?
Alania, I think, or something like that. Basically that big glowy thingy that Shiro made a contract with. That thing. The counterforce. So basically, servants are unsummonable. Yeah. In the Tsukihime timeline. And in the other one where Archewade doesn't meet people on what I guess is the main timeline. I'm not 100% sure. You can summon servants on that thing, which is the Fate timeline. Because reasons. At least this is like what's written somewhere by Natsu in something. So it may not make sense, because they're like, wait, but if you can't summon servants on the Tsukihime timeline, and but didn't an event happen in the Tsukihime and Extra universe to make that split happen? Don't worry about it. We'll get there. The fucking timeline is a mess.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. But anyway.
It's like the Saw movies. It's
Yeah.
like if you try to explain the timeline, you're just gonna end up hurting your brain.
Mm-hmm. Which is what I'm going to try to do, but it's going to be in a really bad way. You're not going to have fun. I'm going to try.
That's a really bad idea.
It's a really terrible idea, but I'm going to try anyway. We'll keep going with this PowerPoint presentation until we're done, but I'm not continuing on past this point because I haven't actually researched anything past the Age of Gods yet, because to do that, you actually have to get into spoiler territory of actual series to explain the other timelines. I assume Kara no Kyokai is on the same branch as Tsukihime over there. Yes, spoiler alert. Going that basically, I will bring up this PowerPoint again for the next week. Next week we'll probably be doing that branch. We'll be doing Tsukihime stuff next week. But yeah, this has been the Age of Gods.
We done already?
Minutes. Well, I guess I mostly powered through this because if anybody had any questions. So all of the Fate timeline is where Gaia did not do the winning thing. Yes, Gaia is did not get a single thing. Yes, I can run it all over again if you want. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. Welcome to the Age of Gods. Forget at the beginning there was nothing, and then I got thirsty. But then there was the Big Bang. And the Big Bang happened. And now you're here.
It was a pretty crappy show.
Yeah. And now you're here. And this is the Earth where it is. The Earth starts thinking.
This is just a product placement.
Yeah. A space a space computer became the moon. So gods appeared, monkey people happened, forces of natures get worshipped and become gods.
Forces of nature had emotions.
Yeah. Then they started living in a society. And then a giant ass girl fell from the sky as an alien and said, "Bad civilization." Kronos timed out. Kronos timed out Alex for making me start the thing over again.
Damn it! I think that's an abuse of power.
That's what Kronos says. It was time to abuse my power. So this giant came, and King Arthur gets summoned from the future and says, "Ha, no end of civilization today." And then this jackass showed up a couple generations together. Surprisingly, he's important to the timeline. So he does a lot of dickish things like beating people up, saying, "Hey, you know that chick is gonna be your wife? Well, I demand her virginity, so I'm going to sleep with her first."
All of your things are my things.
Yes, all of your things are my things. So then they make a mud child to appease this guy. And then Ishtar was all like, "Bull of heaven." And then Gilgamesh was like, "Nah, fuck that." And they killed it. And then she was like, "Ha, I knew you'd do that, so now you're gonna kill your friend." And they're like, "Oh damn." And then Gilgamesh goes into depression, goes on a journey. Stuff happens. Brain fart. Yeah, fuck. So we say fuck the gods. So the decline starts happening, and gods start losing their power, and so they have to use human people to manifest into the world. That only works so good for so long. Eventually the moon person was all like, I should probably create something to help humanity go in the right direction. And so some blonde chick showed up, and and the and the moon person was like, what could go wrong? The answer is a bunch of things can go wrong because now timelines. Yep, and there you go. That is the basic rundown of the Age of Gods. Does anybody have any questions? Anything they think that was important that I missed? So is that person actually all of the heroes? What? Who? Arcuade?
I, I think he means Gaia or
Gaia or Alania?
yeah.
I
think.
So Alania isn't the Alania is the Arcuade actually Arthur? No, Arcuade. No.
That is just Takeuchi's art declining.
Yeah, Takeuchi is a terrible illustrator at this point.
It's like he learned how to draw hips, but he lost the ability to draw unique characters.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna link it, but Prince gave us this horrible picture.
Oh God, no!
I'm not gonna link it. No. And listen, all I need are Rin's hips. Well, if you want to give Rin blonde hair, I bet she'd look exactly like the others. That's what we mean by how bad.
Which slide are you on?
I'm still on the well, now I'm on this slide. Okay, Alex, what's your question? Question.
I'm looking at Rin and I'm just like, what hips?
What is the picture? Which picture? I got many pictures here.
This here is Arcuade beating up Gaia.
Mm-hmm. Not in the anime, they gave her a badonk.
That was the anime.
It's not accurate to real life. Never mind. What was it the previous slide? Were you looking for what's happening here on this slide? Because a lot of things are happening on this slide. We kind of just kept posting things down. Don't crush my dreams. I'm crushing your dreams right now in the palm of my hand. Don't worry, you'll get to see more of Rin in record. Hashtag don't quote me on that. Mm-hmm. I swear to God, it's Rin.
We don't know what's happening.
Mm-hmm. We don't know what's happening. Although I can't wait to see how they recreate cutscenes and stuff. I hope it's good.
I'm looking forward to the hair physics.
The hair looks great so far from what we've seen. For what little we've been giving. Please give me a date, a frame of when this game's coming out. I want to stream it with everyone. Yay, Fate stream. Yes. We're gonna have a competition to see who can get through the game.
I'm at a competition to see who finishes first.
Yeah, I'm at a disadvantage because I'm probably choosing Tamamo. So basically, when it comes out, I'll message Prince to see if he wants to get in on that. He can have Nero, even though I'll be sad because I want Nero. But no.
I mean, it's your choice.
No, I'm gonna pick Tamamo because I want to see if it's still the servant depicts the difficulty level. It probably will
Mm.
be, but I don't know how much they've changed. They've changed the battle system, so who knows? But yeah, any more questions? Any more questions before so we can push this out to an hour? We've got like 15 minutes before it gets to an hour, so we can have a conversation until then.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So where does Fate Grand Order fit into this timeline?
Oh boy, it does not. uh, because Fate Grand Order is like fucking over a lot of stuff. Um, basically, for the Age of Gods is like, yes, they do travel back in time. Yes, they are there, but the way that the time shenanigans happens, the Earth kind of just fixes itself. So sure, there may be like a little bump that happens in the base of the tree, but it like smashes it back together. So there's no time split. No time split happens. So it is in the timeline that a teenager from the future comes and helps save Urk. Don't think about it too much. Anyway, at least that's from my understanding how the fucking Chaldean device works. Is basically they stop a branch from happening, so to speak. Sure, different stuff happens, but okay, I don't know how to explain this in a way that makes sense. But like, even though it's like okay, so for example, if King Arthur or Arturia gets her wish and that she never becomes King of England or whatever, and someone else becomes the ruler of England, supposedly that doesn't change anything in the timeline. It'll the London will still fall. And London, I say, Avalon will still be destroyed. Blah blah blah. Yada yada. The Earth will go back to normal, and the important people will still be born. Although, technically speaking, from what I understand, Arturia is too important of a person that the Earth would let her get out of being king. So basically, the world has decided. The world has decided it is on a very specific timeline, and everybody needs to be at certain places at certain times. That's why Shiro seems to almost always get adopted by Emiya. So I'm sure what I told you made no sense, but I barely understand how it works as well. So, but I have a PhD and you guys don't. So, yeah. Now, you got it? Oh, thank God. I was afraid I'm not explaining things very well.
Are you ready for the exam?
Yeah, you're ready for your multiple choice question? The first question is, did Arturia have a penis at one point? Yes or no? C, all of the above. Oh my god, you're so smart, you did it! Yeah, but the answer was yes. Merlin did it. Merlin did it. Merlin did it.
Mm-hmm.
Asshole.
It's a historical fact that Merlin was the first trans ally.
Mm-hmm.
He forced it on other people, making him the first toxic trans ally.
Yep. Penis Arturia, best Arturia. Yep.
I mean, hey, if it floats your boat, it floats your boat.
Mm-hmm. What? That's a boy. Even better. But yes. That is. I don't know what else. Uh. I feel like there's could be more to talk about, but I don't. I don't have a lot of ideas.
I think that we got it all covered.
Yeah, I think that's all the most important stuff. When can we romance Jesus and fate?
Because there's some lines that even Nasu will not cross.
Yeah. Sorry, I checked Twitter there for a second because I thought it was updated. Anyway, uh, so more or less from what I understand, Jesus probably won't get like put in officially into Type Moon because supposedly Jesus would have too much power, even though he's a
Pacifist.
pacifist. That's the word. Even though he's a pacifist,
I know
Jesus,
that because I just recently watched the Mandalorian arc of
yeah,
Star Wars Clone Wars.
mm-hmm. Jesus, Jesus would hold too much power as a pacifist because you know Christianity is the dominant religion, and in case you weren't paying attention to my worship equals power rant, uh, yeah, Jesus would have too much power. At least that is, I think that's the official reason, from my understanding. Um, yes, he would hold too much power. Too much power. But yes.
He's probably got that white.
But anyway, I've been looking for him for a long time, and I know he's shown
For
up at
Jesus?
one. Yeah, I've been searching for him for a long time because I saw one for Coma. Well, if it's based on the perception of the worshippers, so
Well, there ain't just there ain't just American worshippers.
yeah, maybe he'll come out Asian.
Like we don't want him coming out like dual wielding AR-15s riding a T-Rex. That won't end well.
I guess it depends on who summons him. Possibly. Maybe. And where? Possibly. Maybe. He just probably wouldn't be summoned, though. I mean, what do I know, though? Buddha was summoned once, so.
Yeah, that didn't end well.
That didn't end well. But Buddha has not appeared again since then, so maybe they won't. Maybe he'll appear on post. But yeah. Toast. Jesus. My brain farted. Hello!
So I think that wraps up tonight's lesson.
Yay! It's just fun to think about. It is fun to think about.
Almost as fun as this new format.
Mm-hmm.
I like how this worked out. I'm having a lot of fun with this.
Yeah.
Sherry gave me power, and she's gonna live to regret it.
Yeah. I probably will, but I just enjoy everything that you put out. I like that I don't know what you're about to put into the Google Doc. So
I don't know either.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Kronos. I'm glad that that people are enjoying TMI. That four of you are one of them being Azure, like to work and listen to this nonsense nonsense of a thing that we're doing.
That's Kukulane, by the way.
Yes, it's Kukulane. I just love any. Oh, thank you. TED Talk on what? TED Talk on TMI. Too much. It's type moon information. We've known each other for 7 years, almost 8. I'd hope we have a very good day.
Yeah. That would probably not be good if we didn't by now. Just like, it's gonna kick in any day.
Any day. This was. I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you liked it, and I'm glad I could sum up how the Age of Gods is in my chaotic way. I feel like I still summed this up in a pretty decent way. Yeah, I think it makes sense. Flipped on the dynamic switch, easy. I mean, Azure doesn't have a choice.
Yeah, I was forced to do this. At gunpoint.
It makes way more sense now. Well, I don't know about that.
Hang on, we doing the crab rave?
Yeah, I did the crab rave. I mean, we could do crab rave again. I'm being held at knife point. Oh my god, there's crabs everywhere. Ah!
You know what's scarier than a crab with a knife?
Oh no, what's scarier than a crab with a knife?
2 crabs with a knife.
Guys, Azure keeps spawning crabs in here.
That sounds a little awful.
Hey, this is an adult stream. I can say what I want.
God.
Ah! What about a knife with a crab? Oh my god! I don't even want to think about such a thing. Sentient knife.
I got something worse.
Oh no.
You know what I got?
Oh, what do you have?
I've got a different crab wielding a knife.
A different crab wielding a knife? Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm the bone of my sword, guys. Bone of my sword. Nor known to life, nor known to death. I have made over 1,000 swords. Unlimited blade. Oh, I should get out of here before I sneeze. Please, that sound clip. What sound clip? Oh, you want me to play I am the bone of my sword in the background? Let me open up YouTube's here. And we'll do Unlimited Blade Wars. Let's listen to some dank music. Yeah, get to the good part.
I wish I was as funny as Nuxtaku.
Oh, Nuxtaku is hilarious. I love that guy.
I wish I had 1 iota of Batman's confidence.
This is a very dramatic version of the Uboa. So dramatic. There we go. There it is. But yeah, we're the bone of our swords, guys. Although I just want a regular bone, you know? You know? Maybe I can have unlimited bone works. That would be awesome. Just bones everywhere instead of swords. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow.
When I was a kid, I came up with the idea for a dog-themed superhero. As in, and like what he would do is he would dual-wield bone swords.
Yeah.
Which were just bones. Which
Bones.
Just long dog bones.
Long dog bones.
They're not sharp or anything.
Yeah. Dog means superhero. He thought of Crypto, the super dog. Woo!
Basically, just anthropomorphized.
Yeah. Whee! There we go, guys. That was some Unlimited Blade Works. I have to stop before I get copyrighted. It'll get copyrighted anyway. Anyway, we made it to an hour. Yay! We did it. Oh my god. I like doing these bite-sized streams. I do want to stream more. However, work makes it really hard, and I don't know if I can do Sundays because usually I'll be too exhausted from streaming on the weekend. I'll try to stream more. I don't know if it's gonna work. I'm not very smart at time conversion. I want to collab with people more, but I'm afraid of asking people to collab because I have a very limited time to do things. Adulting is hard, guys. Adulting is hard.
Do not recommend.
Yeah. Yeah. If I make over 1,000 of something, do I also create a world to fill it full of it? Yes. I'm going with yes. Reality marbles are not very unique in this world. I mean, Type Moon universe. They happen pretty easily. Surprisingly, even though they're supposed to be hard. But you know, reality marbles. What are you gonna do?
That's a lesson in on itself.
Yep. Maybe in the future when we get through the time. So if I make 1,000 chicken tender, it would be chicken tender works. Chicken tendy works. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Sorry, my brain is starting to frizzle out because I've been working all week.
Yeah, me too.
This is why we only do an hour for these streams. I want to live between two black holes. What kind of black hole? Wouldn't you just be like suspended in the middle of them? Because
I'm thinking of a certain Star Wars novel, and no, you don't.
Don't they just like pull it like apart, like it just splits in two, slowly ripped apart? I think, yeah. Wouldn't that happen?
This is what's being kept between the two black holes.
Yeah. Oh, are you posting things on the thing? KFC. You heard it here, folks.
This was the Unlimited Chicken Tender Works.
Chicken Tender Works.
And you missed my Sunday post.
I did miss your Sunday post.
And this was for the copyright.
I'm going to jail, guys. I could do these lore streams with Diablo lore. You could do it. Feel free to steal my idea. I'm pretty sure I'm not being original here. So
I will try to sue you though.
KFC bucket for 8th wonder.
I won't. Probably. Or will I?
Oh, we are having.
I like how happy the guy is. He's like, whoa!
Have you heard of the KFC memories in a bucket? You want to know what's hilarious? I actually had KFC yesterday.
I haven't had KFC in like more than like 15 years. More than 20 years.
That's understandable. KFC is expensive, but actually it still tastes the same. I was shook. Because, you know, McDonald's, Wendy's, everything has changed their stuff because quality of life has gone down over time, I guess, for a
It
dollar.
hasn't gone up.
Yeah. Hasn't gone up for the quality of a dollar. So KFC is expensive, but you still get good tasting shit at least. But I have learned that I can't eat as much as I do. I actually split a 5-piece chicken tendy with my mama, and we both were only able to eat 2 chicken nuggies, chicken tendies. So yeah, KFC is expensive no matter where you are. So we both only ate 2 tendies. And so there's one left over, so we just dumped it into my brother's bucket because it looks like they left one out anyway on his. So they gave him like 2 sad nuggies instead of a 5th nuggie. And I guess they thought that counted. Why am I saying nuggie? I hate nuggies. Nuggies are just processed meat. So I thought about it, and I'm like, everybody's just telling me that chicken nuggies are smaller chicken tendies, but that's not true. Chicken nuggets are processed meat.
Yes, it's meat from different parts of the chicken.
Yeah, and I'm like that, and I'm like, you guys are trying to tell me that they're the same thing. They are not the fucking same thing. The chicken tendy at least has a full ass chicken breast in it. Guys are trying to fool me, thinking that make me think nuggies and tendies are the same thing. They are not. Don't try to fool this dog. Don't try to fool this dog. I am 10 IQ higher than I look. So I have 10 IQ. Anyway, so we should probably stop here before our timeline gets even more condensed, because we're just gonna keep slapping pictures on this last slide, I guess.
Yes, we are.
Oh, yum! Thank you.
They didn't have chicken tender flavor.
Oh, well, at least it's chicken flavored, right? Oh well. Anyway, thank you all so much.
So, I think, are we going to stick with this format for next time?
Yeah, we're gonna stick with this format because we have to talk more timeline shit.
Okay.
Probably. I don't know. Maybe I'll change my mind. I don't know. I'm just pulling topics out of my butt, to be honest. Oh, yes, we have to say goodbye. Does anybody want to raid anyone? Does anybody want to raid anybody? Cause I'll turn off this website and I'll take a look on the Twitch. Is anybody cool out there? It was a wild experience. I'm glad you had a wild experience. I'm glad I can do a short stream and people like to show up for these short streams.
I shouldn't put that on there. That'll get us in trouble.
Don't worry, I turned everything off already. I'm so glad that people don't mind doing a short stream for time, because I do not have the energy. I'm sorry. I don't have the energy at Friday to do something too long, but I want to stream more. Goodbye, everybody. I'm going to dump you up. I know how you feel. You know what? Since I'm sure Coronos came from Ducky's stream, I'm gonna dump you all back off at Ducky's stream. I hear she is making you guys hang out on Google Maps. So, oh, she's still Google mapping. All right, there we go. I'm dumping you off at Ducky's. Have fun on your road trip, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.